today's warm-up is a 30-second on, 15-second transition between the movements. First is an athletic burpee. So you're just going to kick those feet back, back up, and then jump. Feet back, feet in, jump up. Keeping those elbows locked the whole time. Next is your Cossack squat, which is a side lunge. So a nice wide stance, and you're going to lunge to the side, keeping that knee out, tracking outside of your big toe. You want to try to reach depth on this. If you can't, that's fine. Just do what you can. And that's nice and below parallel. Squeeze your butt cheeks and hamstring as you're pushing up. Make sure you stand up all the way and you're not just kind of swiveling side to side. Stand up all the way. Next we have some, what are we doing? Up downs, alternating up downs. So this is basically, we're in a plank and we're going to come up on one arm and back down on the other. Sorry. Up with the right arm. Down with the right arm, up with the left arm, down with the left arm. Keep track of which arm you're doing. It's kind of like step-ups, so that way you don't get too confused. Alternate with all of that. Then you've got the Supermans. And we're just going to squeeze, bring everything back up. Hold it for a couple of seconds, bring it back down. This is a 30-second working, so you don't have to hold it for the full 30 seconds, but come up for about 3 seconds, rest for a second, come up for 3 seconds, rest back down. Then we have the frog pump. So you're going to kind of set up as if you're in butterfly. Your feet will be together, and you're going to squeeze up like a glute bridge. Hips up, hips back down. 30 seconds of work. Skill and strength is next. Today's skill and strength is 4 by 5 each single-sided eccentric deadlifts and a full kneeling Palof press. So for your single-sided eccentric deadlift, you're going to have a kettlebell or a dumbbell or whatever you have on one side, big chest flat back, hips go back, and you're going to stand, and then 4 seconds, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then you're going to explode up, 4, 3, 2, 1. So that's a 4-second count. Count Mississippi's or guacamole avocados. Guacamole avocado. Count it whatever you want to count, but it'll be 4-second descent, and then you'll switch to the other side as well. Then we have a kneeling Palof press. So you'll want to set the band up at your shoulder height, and then you want to make sure that you're in line with it so that when our arms are straight, it's going to be in a straight line. Both knees are on the ground, and we're squeezing everything nice and tight. We're working the opposite oblique while you're holding this. And notice that she's in a straight line here. She's not letting it turn her over or anything weird like that, keeping everything nice and tight. Ass, abs, and quads, as always. 40 seconds on one side and then 40 seconds on the other. If you don't have a band, you can do side planks, weighted side planks, something like that, just to kind of mix it up a little bit. Today's workout is Cindy. It's a 20-minute AMRAP, 5, 10, 15 pull-ups, push-ups, air squats. For your pull-ups, if you have a bar at home, you're going to pull your chin up over the bar and then lock your elbows out at the bottom. If you don't have a pull-up bar at home, which I'm sure most of you do not have, you're going to do a bent over row. You can do this with one arm, 2 arms, depending on what weight you have at home. So he has, one dumbbell, he can do one, or can you hold the heads of the dumbbell and pull. If you have TRX or something like that at home, that is also good. Do some ring rows for that. For your push-ups, Ma's got all the plank moves today. We're going to start at the top, and you're going to keep everything in a nice straight line. Make sure that chest touches the ground, and you're going to push up. If you cannot do it RX, you can then go to your knees. So you're going to fall to your knees, keeping in a straight line with that spine again, and you're basically going to warm up, not hyperextending here as you push up, keeping that back nice and flat. Another way to do this for my pregnant ladies, you can always use a wall or something that is just a little bit higher off the ground for you as well. Lastly, are your air squats. Thought you were going to do a Michael Jackson on the ground. Am I doing air squats? I got that. For your air squats, feet outside your hips. Grab the ground with those feet again. Hips go back and down. Squeeze your glutes on the way up. Try to focus on using your posterior chain with this. You don't want to fire up your quads too much. Everyone is typically very quad dominant. So start thinking about the back side of your body and start using that as you're standing up. Make sure you stand up all the way and that you're not doing a weird little half thing and you're not bent over the whole time. So make sure that this is a good RX squat the whole time. And focus on form. Make those squats look pretty.